Hey guys, 8-Bit Trip here and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today we're going to go over the complexity of solo survival and Escape from Tarkov. Basically, we're going to go over a clip that we had last week in our complexity of survival video, and what we're going to talk about is a way that we could have actually taken this fight instead of just running away. There's about maybe 6 minutes that I explained in an offline raid, different things I could have done, and we're also going to watch the clip. One thing I didn't mention, and I forgot to, is that whenever I drop through a hole, or if you just kind of fall right now, the audio in Tarkov is either bugged or it's supposed to be this way. I doubt that it is, but whenever you just drop, you don't jump, you don't make noise whenever you fall a distance, other than maybe the cracking of your limbs or something like that. So that's very important to the way that this would play out whenever I'm explaining this. I just forgot to say it. If you like this content, this was actually video suggestions or idea suggestions that I took at the end of a live stream, and that's at twitch.tv. The link will be down in the description. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to know more, I do discuss what I plan on doing in the future, and as well as hopefully go in more depth. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Please leave a comment, and at the very least, if you like this stuff, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. What have I not checked? I didn't check 205, but I'm not sure if I really care to. We can, depending on what happens right here. But I just want to... Woo! What the actual fuck is going on? What just happened? Okay, he just got shot at somebody from across the bridge. Hello? I don't have an optic to engage on him. Let's drop some weight so we can move. Let's pop a painkiller too. He had a shotgun. They're sprinting over now. Really? Really? Alright guys, so as we discussed in the last video that we covered this, that was a good fight for us to honestly just leave. And really the only thing that makes it a good fight to leave is that I already killed 2 players, actually 3 players. I could have quick looted the man I killed down here and just ran away because he was behind cover. But my decision making became, because I heard them sprinting, so because they're in a dead sprint, that's an audio cue. They're in a funnel-like area. That's an audio cue for me that says, well, they have to lift up their gun to be able to shoot at me. One thing I didn't expect was there to be so many that one was actually watching them cross from the other side and started taking shots at me. So what I wanted to discuss basically in this video is different ways to approach actually taking that fight and possibly turning it around to a win. There's a lot of different things I could have done, and what I want to discuss here is the fact that how aggressively they were pushing me still. Because after I took those shots, I backed off, I went over to the stairs, and I was trying to assess the situation. They threw grenades and they kept on pushing. So instead of trying to take a wide flank like I did, where I ran around the stairs, I don't know if I went down or up, and then I came around to this side, and I was going to re-peek this corner to try and throw him off by repositioning. This guy might have been on the right-hand side. I would have had a good shot at the end there. And then they threw more grenades, and a VOG killed me, probably like right around in this area. Instead of doing that, what I could have done instead, knowing how aggressive they were pushing me, I could have ran up these stairs, I mean, not everybody knows about that wooden audio cue. Go over to the pool table and drop right here. Now, although there would still be a guy over there, he doesn't really have good aim on me. There was somebody already pushed up to about here, or he could have been in this area or pushed up further, and it would have put me right in between them or behind them. Really confusing the team. It was obviously a squad. I think somebody prone down in the hallway as well. But I at least could have taken up the guy that had already crossed. Now, with that happening, I have a couple other options. I can kind of take cover here. There's no really exit. Or I can push over here. You know, I can get into this balcony, jump off, yada yada, and reposition, maybe go for a flank behind them over that way. That's the beauty of Resort, really, is that if a fight doesn't end almost immediately, there's so many options to fight here, and it's why it's one of my favorite maps to go and one of the best PvP areas, in my opinion, in the game. It's really dynamic. So that's an exit plan. My idea was I tried to do a reposition and a flank. Well, it wasn't really flanking because I didn't really move behind them at all. But I tried to reposition. In all honesty, maybe they heard the audio cues. It's just what they expected, and it got me killed. But there's just different pathways I could have taken to actually take the fight. Or again, you know, like we discussed last time, I could have just looted that guy if I really wanted it. Ran out, ran down here, and just booked it to admin or something like that. Another option would have been I could have ran to admin. I could have also gone downstairs and ran this way, knowing that they would probably have a guy holding that hallway, try and make my way over to West Wing from this area. But that wouldn't be the most optimal solution because they could just shoot me from the sky bridge whenever they hear me sprinting away. So I've had fights where I back off and I reposition deeper into Resort like I did. You know, I could have fallen back here and had them push me back and really take like a foothold in this hallway, or just do something different. Really just limit the amount of areas I could have been shot from or the way I could have died. But yeah, so basically the best thing I could have done personally, I feel like, is just leave that fight, you know, not take it, because it was a 1v3 at the least. From what I saw, you know, there's a guy that proned in the hallway, there's somebody behind this couch or in front of the couch, and then there was somebody right up here in front of me whenever I peeked with that AK. I didn't have good optics. I said that in the video. I mean, if I had like a Monstrum, I might have had a little bit better shots. You know, so many things could have been done differently. And if you just analyze what gear you bring in and how to fight, my best option, if I really wanted to take the fight, would have just been to throw them off by going up here, going over this wardrobe. I could even stop at this hole and see if I can take a shot on anybody that's at Sky, or maybe on this 2-story or 3-story. And then I could have dropped behind, killed a man here, either try and take a fight, or like I said earlier, this would be a really bad position to be in. So after I kill somebody, my best bet would just to be trying to reposition again and basically taking control of the fight into my favor. So that's about it. That's really what I wanted to discuss. It's just really, Tarkov is so complex whenever it comes to PvP, firefights, and fights can end very fast, you know, especially in Resort. But if they don't, especially in Resort, you have so many different options of being able to take control of that fight, even in a 1v3 situation, even fighting a squad. You know, I did it yesterday on stream where I killed guys that were up on the roof. There was about, you know, four or five dead PMCs inside Resort. You know, it was just crazy. I also want to get into how to third party as a solo player and just different ideas like that. But really the key takeaway here is that repositioning, basically how to push, what audio cues, the audio cues that were really helping me in this fight that I should have capitalized on was that they're throwing grenades. That means that they were trying to be progressive and push me down. They were stuck in a bad spot on the sky bridge, so they couldn't sit still. They had to either push forward or fall back. And if they fell back, I'd flank over to West Wing and try and come up behind them and fight it out that way. Or I could have dropped through this hole, killed a guy. He wouldn't have known how he got shot if these guys didn't see me, if they're still looking down Skybridge, which I think they were. Those are all the different options. But you just definitely got to listen to how your enemy's playing the fight themselves. They were super aggressive. I wasn't prepared for it. It was a 1v3. They had the upper hand, and I played right into that. I let myself get killed by that grenade. I did a reposition that should have been used in a different type of scenario where I'm not getting rushed down. I didn't move far enough away to really capitalize on how aggressive they were playing. I just put myself basically in the same exact position, just in a different part of the hallway. So hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit with different ways to play out in that fighting scenario. I really appreciate it. I plan to do more content like this. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.